In World of Tanks Blitz, autoreloaders are some of the most popular tanks in the game. A vehicle like the Progetto 65 is currently the most played tier 10 medium tank, which is insane, and I absolutely understand why. An incredibly fun tank to play, it's always shooting, and it comes with a clip, plus a single shot capability. That goes the same for the Kranvang. It's an incredibly strong vehicle, because of course it has a single shot capability, but as well, if you let it continuously reload, you are able to store up to 3 shells, dealing 1200 damage within 7 seconds after the first shell. However, in today's video, we are going to be talking how Wargaming completely screwed up, how the auto-reloading aspects are supposed to work in World of Tanks Blitz compared to World of Tanks PC. Now, if we make our way over to World of Tanks PC, this is the Progetto 65 on PC statistics. And you'll notice the first shell takes 9.59 seconds to load in. The second one takes 11.51, then 13, and then 15. Now, of course, on PC, it carries a 4-shell autoloader, but it takes upwards of 15 seconds to reload the last shell. But in Blitz, if you take a look on how it works, it goes 7 seconds, 6 seconds, and then 5 seconds. So it's very different, because in World of Tanks PC, the more you eat into your clip, the worse the reload gets. If you try, let's say, to shoot at a medium tank, and you shoot 3 shells at that tank, well, it's going to make your reload longer and longer and longer. However, in this vehicle, if you shoot, let's say, 2 or 3 shells, and then you don't shoot at all, it makes your clip reload shorter and shorter. And that is where a vehicle like the Progetto is incredibly strong. And that's because there's no risk. In World of Tanks PC, if you ever watch a Quickie Baby video or a Skill 4TU video, basically the common consensus for any auto-reloading vehicle is the more you eat into your clip, the more DPM you are ruining on your vehicle, especially if you don't penetrate your shells, sometimes setting back 15 seconds on your reload. In Blitz, it's the other way around. The more you eat into your clip, the better the reload becomes. So if you actually shoot off the entire clip in Blitz, your reload becomes a 7.7 second reload, which is very quick, judging that if you were to shoot your third shell, and then add on the, of course, or not the third shell, but let's say the second shell. But then you add on the 3-second interclip. It's actually 6.34 plus another 3 seconds. And that also goes for the final shell at 4.98 seconds. You added on another 3 there, and it's actually not 4.98 seconds it takes to shoot out that shell. It takes around 8 seconds to get that shell out because, of course, it's 5 plus 3. So overall, you actually lose DPM in this vehicle when you aren't shooting the clip. It is the weirdest thing on the planet, because in World of Tanks PC, you're led to believe that the more you eat into your clip, the massive amount of DPM you are dropping. Now, that's just something that I thought I'd bring up in today's video. Now, of course, let's play in the Progetto as well, talking about why it is such an incredibly strong tank, so you can just see what I mean by it. Now, the weird part about the Progetto is that if you were to shoot the last shell in the clip every single time, so let's say you do it like you're supposed to on World of Tanks PC. On PC, you're supposed to have your whole clip loaded, and then shoot 1 shell, which would be your last shell, and then have it reload, and then shoot it like a single-shot vehicle that way, always having the clip. But in Blitz, it's actually more effective to dump the entire clip because it reloads the first shell, that one we just got loaded there, with 7.7 seconds faster than it does the last shell. It's really stupid in my opinion on how that works, and it shouldn't be like that, but that's how it works. So that means that you're able to dump your whole clip off for 1,050 damage, and then you're able to shoot as a single shot with another 2,600 effective damage per minute. Yes, that is right, because a 7.7 second reload actually gives you around 2,650 effective damage per minute. I really don't know why Wargaming did that, but that is what I think is so cracked about auto-reloading capabilities, is the fact that there's an extremely stark difference from the Blitz aspect and the PC aspect. Now, they do have a grill 15, and I, of course, do not want to be snapped by a grill. Now, I also don't want to be detected by that Sheridan, so I'm going to try and poke this the smart way. We're going to go all the way around, and there we go. Now we should not be detected. There's a Kranvang off to the side. Maybe we can get a shell in. Boom, there's one tap into the Kran. What else we got? Well, not much, actually. We got the grill off to the side. Maybe we can get a shell into that. Boom! Oh, that's really sad. Of course, this tank does have some big drawbacks still. One of them is the accuracy. It's not amazing. In fact, this is like one of the least accurate tier 10 vehicles. Now there's the Clown Dong off to the side. Maybe we can get a shell into him. I'm going to wait, actually. We're just going to back up. Maybe we'll be able to get a nice tap in. You never know. Ooh, I thought we were detected there. That is an STB, but let's go. Boom! Ooh, that was really, really sad. I'm going to be honest there. So let's see what we can do. We got the Kron off to the side, who's not looking at us currently. I would love to get a shell into that Kron, but right now he's playing really scared, should I say. And obviously, Krons are incredibly tough tanks to deal with. Now, we've also got the FE2 and 5B pushing up on my grill, so let's go for a shot there. There's one shell into the 2 and 5B. There's not a second shot, but we're not able to get that one out just yet. But we did get a nice second tap into the mouse. Now, the difference here is on World of Tanks PC, I would be worrying about dumping out my clip. I'd be worried about losing damage per minute. This, I'm not really worried. You just kind of get your clip reloaded already. And there you go. We've already got a full clip loaded. Here's the Klandong. There's a bounce on the side of his vehicle. Don't even know how that's possible. But either way, he's going to be taken out with this final shell. Boom! There goes the Kron back into, I guess, the garage is where his tank's going. But he has to wait a couple minutes. So we're already doing pretty good. There you go. We've got our first shell loaded back into the clip. We got the Grill 15 off to the side, who I don't want shooting me. So you can see I purposely positioned my tank in a way that he doesn't have any shots on me. Now I'm reloading my entire clip before we shoot at this mouse, and now we can go. There's a one shell into the mouse. He actually managed to bounce my tank. Ah, that was a bad shot from me there, if I'm going to be honest. We've still got the mouse, though, pushing quite aggressive. The issue is I'm a little worried of that Grill 15, because Grills have big guns, and obviously big guns are not fun to play with sometimes. So let's see what that Grill's planning on doing. I really want to get some shells into that mouse. We got the Sheridan off to the side as well. Oh, there's the mouse. Hello, comrade. There's one shot into you. Let's see if we can get another. No, we're not just able to get that gun low enough to hit him in the frontal armor. But this one probably will be. Let's go for that turret weak spot. There's one shot. Let's go for an HE on the cheek. Boom! HE on the cheeks of the mouse. Easy every day. And with that, there you go. Again, like, I'm not losing DPM when I shoot this clip. It's so weird to me. So, let's see. Well, we got the SEB off to the side. He's basically dead. We've got the Sheridan up top here. Maybe we can get a shell in. Hello, comrade. How you doing? Boom! There's one nice shot into the Sheridan. And with that, we've already dealt 3,400 damage this battle. And that was the entire game. A pretty easy one, if I do say so myself. So let's push up on over here. Use that pretty good mobility this vehicle does have. And skadoosh past the grill. Okay, apparently not. Let's try again. No! I don't even know where my shot went. But either way, I just thought that this is something that I would bring up in World of Tanks Blitz, is you'll notice in this game, I didn't lose any damage per minute dumping my clip. And in World of Tanks PC, you lose huge DPM to dump your clip. It also works like that for the Rinocerante, which is the tier 10 Italian heavy tank, very closely resembling the Kranvang in World of Tanks Blitz. Now you might think that this vehicle, as you can see, has a 4-second interclip, which means that with this last shell here, it's actually longer than it would be for this one. However, that's not how it works, because this vehicle's interclip is negated because it has a special mechanic where it actually takes off 4 seconds and starts reloading the shell, I think like 2 or 3 seconds before you actually have the interclip start, which is great. So that means actually still using this shell here is quicker than using this shell on the vehicle. Eating into your clip in auto-reloading vehicles is supposed to make it a bigger threat for you against enemy opponents. That way, you have a drawback for dumping 1,050 damage. The issue in Blitz is that an auto-reloading vehicle like a Kron, like a Progetto 65, can easily dump somebody, and I can easily pull out the numbers right here. You can see that a 7.7 second reload, if we were to pull it out right now. So we do 60 seconds, divide that by 7.7. That means you have 7.79 rounds per minute. Multiply that by 350, and you have 2,727 damage per minute. That is quite a bit when you think about it. Now, if you were to compare that to 4.98, and then we go back over to here, and we go do 4.98, so let's do 60 divided by 4.98. Oh, that is not math. 60 divided by 4, oh wait, no, it's not 4.98, because it's 4.98 plus 3. So it's 5 plus 3, so it's 8. So 60 divided by 8 gives you 7.5, and multiply 7.5 by 350, and you'll never guess what, but you have worse DPM shooting your last shell than your first. So there you have it. That is auto-reloaders in Blitz. You gain DPM shooting your clip. it's something that I don't understand. It goes the same way for the Kron Bong. I actually talked about this in my Kron video. If you were to shoot your last shell in the Kron, it's 9.38 on that reload, but of course, because it has a 3.5-second intro clip, it's 9.38 plus 3.5. When you add those together, it's a 12.88 second reload. If you do 60 divided by 12.88 to get the rounds per minute, that is 4.65. Multiply that by 400, and you've got 1,863 effective DPM, which is very close to what it says in the vehicle. However, if we do the first shell at 11.25, well, you already see it's a second faster on reload. So it's just better, you know? It actually makes no sense. So what? We had 11.25, so we do 60 divided by 11.25, and we have 5.3 rounds a minute. Multiply that by 400, and you're sitting at 2,133 DPM. Minus that by, like, what was it, the 1,850, we'll say? Oh, that's not 50. That means that you're getting an extra 300 damage per minute if you shoot your entire clip off on the Kron and then use it as a single shot vehicle. I don't understand why that is. I don't get why Wargaming thought that was a smart idea. But yes, folks, apparently if you shoot a clipper that is normally supposed to have a drawback by dumping the clip, you actually gain an advantage over your enemy opponents, becoming deadlier. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. This is something that kind of irritates me because it kind of removes the balancing factor of auto-reloader tanks. And you can definitely see why that's why the Progetto and the Kron are the two most popular tanks basically in tier 10, is because you're able to dump out a massive clip, 1200 for the Kron, 1050 for the Progetto, and unlike a vehicle like the TVP 5051 where you have that massive long reload after that, these tanks don't suffer. They just kind of reload like a normal vehicle. In fact, the Kron's DPM at like 2200 isn't that bad compared to some of the tier 10 heavies as it is. So hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like this on other mechanics that I don't understand why Wargaming did for World of Tanks Blitz compared to PC, let me know in the comments down below. Now for the people that argue, well, Blitz is different than PC and it should be different, I like the mechanic of the auto-reloaders in Blitz. I'm not arguing that I don't enjoy the mechanic. I actually think the auto-reloading mechanic in Blitz is really, really fun. But the issue I find with it is there's really no balancing factor because you can dump the entire clip and still that medium tank does not want to push on you because you've gained damage per minute dumping that clip than what you had before, which doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, I don't understand that. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. But hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.